Hey, I'm Tanner. Welcome to Black Ops 2, where I could use the same intro as last time, but I'm not going to. This game came out in 2012 and was the last good Call of Duty. But Tanner, Black Ops 2 was fun. Shut up. No, it wasn't. The multiplayer was dog ass and the campaign was bullshit. And it's my channel, so whatever I say goes. Fuck you, Christian. Sorry, I'm projecting. Anyway, meet David Mason, the son of Alex Mason, the protagonist from the first game. Just like old Pappy, he's in the military now. He and the rest of his Navy SEAL buddies are clearing an old retirement home called the Vault. They're all looking for a specific someone, and that someone is Frank Woods. How the fuck are you alive? Yeah, it's the same Woods from the first game. You know, the one that made that selfless sacrifice to save Alex Mason from Kravchenko? Yeah, that was all for nothing. Because Woods survived and apparently Kravchenko did too. Anyway, a known terrorist and this game's main antagonist, Raul Menendez, was seen snooping around the vault looking and talking to Woods. The military is here to try to figure out why. Anyway, Woods has quite the story to tell, so he starts off with Alex and David out in Alaska living a peaceful life. Alex is talking shit on David because he can't climb a tree at 7 years old. Nice motor skills, fuck ass, you'll never climb trees. David falls and cuts himself when a helicopter suddenly lands near their home. Jason Hudson's back from the last game, and wait a minute, you have a different voice actor, don't you? Anyway, Hudson tells Alex that they need his help getting Frank Woods back. David says,
"You said you'd never go back to the army. You promised me."
"Bitch, you literally just told him to go back to the military like 2 minutes ago. Pick a side and stick to it."
Go back to the army, like you did when Mom died.
Go fuck yourself.
Anyway, on to the first mission. It cold opens with a man being burnt alive in a Humvee. Mason tries to save him, picking up a nearby shovel to try to break the glass, but that shit's bulletproof. And then you're introduced to Savimbi, who I swear to God did at least 5 bricks of cocaine before starting this war. You're fighting with him against the MPLA. Don't ask, I don't know what it stands for. When Russian supplied tanks come out to fight, you use Hudson and go. After fending off the MPLA, Savimbi informs you that Woods is being held on a gunrunner's, barge? Yeah, I'm gonna say that's a barge. Woods then rewinds his story just a little bit more and tells you that his men were captured and tortured by none other than Kravchenko, of course. After that, he was shipped off to a place called Da Nang. Anyway, back to Alex. Your helicopter is shot down, you jump onto the boat, and after killing off the gun runners, you open a container and find a ton of corpses. But among those corpses is Woods, and oh my god, he's not looking good. As you're getting him out of the container, oh my god, is that a Russian hind? Shoot it down, but when it goes down, so does your boat. So you wash up ashore and try to contact help at a nearby radio tower. This is where you get your first taste of Raul Menendez. You hold him at gunpoint, but he doesn't give a fuck and breaks the radio. Some people are coming in, so now you're holding him hostage, but he once again does not give a fuck and pulls the pin on a grenade in his chest. On his chest. You blicky him, he doesn't die from this. You run back to the river and oh fuck, another hind. Psych, it's Savimbi, the crazy bastard! I told you, 5 bricks. Hudson tries to look cool, putting on glasses while saying a killer line, but he's shot by a random dude. Woods looks even cooler, Blicky's the guy, and says, "Can't kill me." Not as aggressive this time, but hey, still cool. Woods continues his story, and I don't care to paraphrase, but anyway, next mission! Now you're playing as David. This is one of his brothers-in-arms, Harper, and I'm pretty sure he's voiced by the Mary Poppins, y'all guy. You find one of Raul Menendez's hideouts in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, but wow, it's the future cool nanotech gloves that stick to walls. But this tree has something to say about it. This is Salazar, David's other brother-in-arms. He saves you from the tree and you all glide down to the base. As you're about to take some shots on some guy steps in front of you wearing Harry Potter's invisibility cloak, and oh my god, I love Harper's expression to this. Apparently you can find Thor's hammer somewhere around here, but I didn't care to find it. Anyway, fight time! You bitch, you hit me! We all die for this. You enter a cave and see a hidden entrance into a bunker. You find a scientist, and as he's about to explain something very important, he gets the JFK experience. This happens a lot in these games, doesn't it? As you're headed to extract, your admiral meets you halfway.
Your team can stand out. It's Briggs!
This is Admiral Briggs. Nothing noteworthy about him other than he really loves the insult cocksucker.
That cocksucker gets a cocksucker.
Back to Woods telling stories of the old days.
See that handsome bastard? That's me. The only one's your father.
He, Woods, and Hudson had a mission in Afghanistan to help the Mujahideen defend against the Russians. And before that, they gave some guns to the Chinese, I don't know why. Blow up some tanks, take some ammo caches, and regroup at the front of the base to see this intimidating Russian tank. After almost dying to a horse that fell on you, Woods swings by and picks you up, giving you a good old demonstration of their bond. You're about to drop what I can only assume is a mortar into a tank, and
Guess who's back?
you interrogate Kravchenko and have some intrusive thoughts about blicking him then and there. I almost lost on the last one. But if you hold out, he mentions that Menendez even has people in the CIA.
Bullshit! This guy's fucking with us.
Says the one bitch here who's actually in the CIA. Anyway, Woods gives him an extra hole, and the Mujahideen turn on the Americans, revealing that they're working with Menendez. So they're kicked into the desert and saved by Way Reznov. Really? No lines? Nothing? Fine, fuck off. Now introducing you to Strike Force missions. I didn't love doing these, but they were required for the ending I wanted. In this one, you had 3 squads and got reinforcements every once in a while, and you just had to defend some objectives. Whatever, who cares? Moving on. After doing another bullshit Strike Force mission, we're headed to Nicaragua, still in the past by the way. The boys and a dude named Noriega are heading in to capture Menendez and gather intel on something. Noriega is a politician and we all know how those are. First you play from the POV of Raul Menendez. Who the fuck is knocking? No, I didn't order any. Oh shit! Noriega's men provoked Menendez by harassing his sister. They call her a monster because she was burned in a fire years ago, and now she looks like this. Anyway, he kills the dude, gets tranked, and is arrested with Noriega. That bastard frees him. Fucking politicians. I don't know what he was planning, but of course it goes sideways and Menendez beats the shit out of him. In a fit of adrenaline-filled rage, Menendez absolutely tanks a whole army's worth of bullets while getting back to his house. While in the hallway leading back to his sister's room, he runs into Woods and Mason. Woods shoots at him and misses, you'll see why later. Hudson pins him to the wall as he sees a grenade bounce into his sister's room. He overpowers Hudson and tries to tank the nade. But of course, he fails. Flashback. We did that level as Raul Menendez, now it's time to do it as the boy. They fight their way to the house through a village. Once they arrive, Hudson tells Woods and Mason to go into the cocaine bunker and gather any intel they can find. Hey, Savimbi's supplier! So you clear out the bunker, and while doing so, you find a CIA memo.
Look, CIA.
Anyway, you get the same running into Menendez scene, but from their perspective now. Mason pins Woods to the wall once he starts shooting, kinky. But Woods overpowers and headbutts Mason. He pulls the pin on a nade, but Mason just messes up the trajectory so it lands in his sister's room. Mason and Woods wake up and Raul Menendez is being carried away in a body bag.
Where's Menendez?
That's him, in the body bag.
But we've got a few hours of gameplay left, so we all know that fucker ain't dead. Back to the Future. Hey, that sounds like a movie. David Mason and his boys are sent to gather intel, but David is trying to get his claw working. These are little robot boys with nade launchers and miniguns. It's broken, so Harper fixes it the Russian way. Turns out these guys can also commit war crimes. Motherfucker, does that see flamethrowers? Anyway, the city's flooded and you need to fight your way through. I'm gonna have to dock points from this game because no, you can't pet the puppy. When you arrive at Menendez's one of many base of operations, you contact the Admiral and give him an update. Anyway, Menendez is for some reason there, so you record him talking to the people around him. Once with his right-hand man, DeFalco. At the end, he reveals that he orchestrated this infiltration while he stares at Mason through the floor. Hacks! This motherfucker's got hacks! To escape, you yoink some enemy buggies, and at your exfil you meet General Zhao. This is the same guy that you brought weapons to as Alex Mason in the Afghanistan mission. You tell him that your target is Menendez and he gives you a solid pass. More Strike Force missions. Something about escorting presidents. I didn't care enough to listen. While going through the footage of the previous mission, you find Menendez talking to DeFalco and he passes him something. It's a symbol for an island, so that's where you're headed next. David and the boys are headed over to find something called Karma.
Good karma.
Credit Karma!
Cyber weapon.
No, Credit Karma. When Harper leaves the elevator to scout out the floor, I guess, he bumps into this chick.
How you doing, beautiful? Screw you, jerk.
I love foreshadowing. Use a little spider buddy to steal this man's eyes. No, not actually, just his retina scan. After looking through manifests and just looking for the word karma, you stumble across this chick. You realize it's the same woman Harper bumped into in the elevator. Actually, Harper realizes this.
Got it. Hey, that's the chick I saw in the elevator.
She's at Club Solar. You find her, but DeFalco isn't far behind and he starts executing civilians. He's also looking for karma. Her name is Chloe, by the way. He's about to execute another civilian, but Chloe gives herself up. Once again, he doesn't give a fuck and starts shooting anyway.
Open fire!
Catch up with DeFalco, waste him, and save Chloe. Next mission is... oh, fuck, I hate this one. Back to the past, and you're playing as Woods this time. Meet with Mason, and wow, it's weird playing as a side character, just kind of looking at the protagonist from the last game. You never really got to see Mason move on his own because you were always in control of him. But now, playing as Woods, he actually feels like his own character, not just another protagonist. Anyway, since you guys don't have Bowman ever since, well, you know, you have a new third named McKnight.
Hey guys.
You hear him arguing with his wife, and yay, we love domestic verbal abuse. Yeah! You go over the plan for tomorrow, discussing about how you're gonna smear Noriega's name. Oh yeah, you found out Menendez is in Panama for some reason. On to the invasion. Hudson's comms are very janky and super suspicious. He doesn't answer often, and he's very, very vague about what he tells you to do. You infiltrate through boat and fight through an airfield to get to a motel where Noriega is staying. When suddenly you get new orders from Hudson.
No, negative. Stand by for new tasking.
Noriega is considered precious cargo because he has information on some Nexus target. Whatever the fuck that means. You need to get him to a checkpoint alive, so begrudgingly, the boys do it. Woods and Noriega head to the roof of a building with a sniper in hand waiting for the Nexus target.
Nexus target is Raul Menendez.
Hudson and Noriega are both yelling at you to shoot him in the head. Whoops, my hand slipped. Slipped again. Woods goes down to confirm the kill, but Noriega is being a little bit of a smug bastard.
What are you looking so smug about?
After sprinting over and taking the bag off the target's head,
Mason!
after blowing off your kneecaps with a shotgun, Menendez captures Wood him. He does so and then does this weird stuff with David while he's in his dazed state. When Menendez leaves, David comes to and starts yelling for his dad. Damn, that was a heavy mission and I hated playing it. Anyway, let's do a different mission. Fuck! Not Strike Force! For some reason you need to kill Zhao. I thought he was on your side, but I guess Menendez wants his military and the US to go at each other, so blicky him, I guess. Next mission is another heartbreaker. You play as Farid, a double agent in Menendez's group of shitters. You were introduced to him in the Karma mission, but I didn't introduce you because I'm a bad host. Menendez is giving a speech and Harper's in your ear. The Americans attack during the speech, and Menendez tells Farid to regroup at the Citadel. You can't blow your cover, so you have to shoot at Americans. You find Menendez sort of at a halfway point, and he shoots down a VTOL. But when he does, Harper screams that his ship was hit. You can probably guess where this is going. They bring out Harper, and Menendez gives Farid a 5-7 and tells him to kill Harper. And, well, killing Harper is necessary for the ending I want, so sacrifices needed to be made. Look at the rabbits, George! With Farid thoroughly traumatized, Mason and Salazar regroup with him, and Mason goes to capture Menendez. Well, that was easy. Hopefully this doesn't backfire. You bring Menendez to the USS Obama because this game was made in 2012 when he was in presidency. While interrogating Menendez, suddenly the ship is under attack. You're about to leave, and Menendez is apparently a magician and is just out of his cuffs. He's holding Salazar hostage, so Mason puts down his gun, puts on the cuffs, and gets knocked out. Ow, kinky. Salazar wakes him up, but the ship's automated defenses have been taken by Raul. Send Salazar to make sure the Admiral's okay in the security room, while you go to the main deck and see if you can try to retake control of the automated defenses. You can't, however, so, while heading to the next security room, Briggs tells you that he wants to restart the security system. Once you arrive, you get Briggs on cams, with Raul Menendez just outside his door. Mason tries to warn him, but comms are down. Now Menendez POV.
Kurt Cobain POV.
As he gets in, this guy next to you was supposed to be DeFalco if you didn't kill him in the previous missions. Anyway, hold Briggs hostage and Salazar reveals that he's a traitorous bastard. And this is why I needed to kill Harper. If I didn't, Farid wouldn't have dove to take a bullet for Chloe. Salazar for some reason asked Menendez to shoot Briggs in the leg instead of killing him. And I have control of Menendez, so of course I do that. Mason witnesses this betrayal and breaks into the security room. He discovers that Menendez put a virus into the ship's systems to try to destroy it. But Chloe goes, nah, watch this shit. He also took control of the entire American drone fleet. Salazar surrenders, Mason throws some words at him, but if you let Harper live, he blickies Salazar then and there. Anyway, Mason chases Menendez is already gone, and the soldiers start abandoning ship. Chloe, however, saves it. Second to last mission, we're in LA. Bullshit, we're in LA. Where's the traffic? Mason thinks Menendez is going after the president, so he's leading her security convoy. After the highway is destroyed, you rappel down and are headed to the prom night destination for the president to hide. You also get cover fire from Anderson, a pilot flying an F-38, who is probably my second character because she's just badass. On the way, Mason gets hit with a semi-truck. While fighting through a plaza, a building comes down. At some point, Anderson was shot, so she passes out due to blood loss. Mason takes control of the F-38 and defends the president all the way to her destination. Alright, last mission. The US government figures out that the source of the signal for the drones is coming from Haiti, so the Army Rangers fly down to stop the signal. You fight through a courtyard and some buildings to get there, but once you arrive, you figure out that this isn't the source.
I come to make an announcement.
announcement. Shout out.
Menendez is streaming on what I can only assume is YouTube or Twitch and is giving his big spiel about big US capitalist government bad. And then he pulls a power play and blows up all the US drones. Apparently he just wanted to cripple the US military. Anyway, the broadcast ends and the elevator dings. There's a soldier who was stripped of his uniform and
Wait! Don't move him!
Mason tells the checkpoints around the area to not let anyone out, even those in uniform. Checkpoint 3 comes back with them finding Menendez. You get to this room and the floor just fucking explodes. But hey, there's Menendez! If you didn't kill DeFalco earlier, one of these guys will show up as him, I don't remember which. Anyway, slide down and kill these two and stab Menendez in the leg. Here you either have the option to capture or kill him, so I took him as prisoner, but don't worry, I got footage of flicking him. After the credits, Mason comes to the vault to talk to Woods, but it's not David.
I swear to God, I will shove this wheelchair right up your ass.
A virus is attacking electricity grids, power plants, and water distribution all around the world. They're about to call the president when Chloe just...
Chill out, jerk off, I got it.
David goes to visit Frank, but he's told that there's already a Mason visiting.
David Mason for Sergeant Woods. Another Mason? Fuck. Secure the building.
He reunites with Alex and they talk about the time David fell out of a tree, but Alex was actually proud of him. Cut to Menendez in a cell watching Jimmy, one of them, the Tonight Show one I think. He's having an interview with Chloe because she saved the world. As she's flexing on everyone about that, she taunts Raul by saying,
And it's a bad day to be relevant.
he gets pissed and bashes his head into the TV as he stands in his cell covered in blood. Yeah, I'm keeping that stutter in. Fuck you. Last after credit scene, I swear, but it's the best one. Woods and Menendez for some reason join the band Avenged Sevenfold. The guys are fucking with Menendez because he's freaking out that he's been practicing all week. Woods just gets up from his wheelchair and Raul says what we're all thinking.
What the fuck? Oh, that shit? Nah, I'm just fucking lazy.
With Woods on drums and Menendez on guitar, they go on stage and play Carry On while some scenes play in the background. And while the performance is going on, you can find some of the characters in the crowd. Like Chloe dancing like a slut with DeFalco, Alex Mason and Reznov psych just Alex, I don't remember who this bitch is, the prick himself Hudson, the president Noriega, Admiral Briggs, Zhao, Harper playing air guitar, fuck that still hurts, Salazar the bastard, Anderson the president's secretary, and David looking like a stupid fangirl just jumping around in the crowd. I don't know why, but looking at him just really pissed me off, and is that a fucking zombie up there? And that's about it. I know you're probably getting sick of the whole this game was my childhood thing, but it really was. The amount of time I spent consuming Black Ops 2 content is above a year at this point. It was the first game I started getting gold guns and I even got diamond SMGs. The YouTubers that came from this era, Vanoss Gaming, Merc Music, KWire Speedy, all of them, I spent hours watching every single Black Ops 2 video they uploaded. It had, in my opinion, the official end to zombies with Origins. Black Ops 3 just gets really confusing and I didn't really care for that. This game was/is one of the biggest games in my life, and I will always cherish the memories that came with it. Anyway, enough of the cheesy wrapping up bullshit. Thank you all very much for watching, and join me next time when I still have no idea what the fuck I'm gonna do. Alright. Where was I? Cocaine? When Russian supplied tanks come out to fight, fuck off! I'm gonna wait for him to go away. Alright, there we go. Anyway, Barge. This is where you get your first taste of Raul Menendez. Yeah. And as he's about to explain you something about this little thing that Raul... Fuck! He, Mason, and Hudson had a mission in Afghanistan to help the... Oh, fuck. I'm stuttering too much there. Blow up some tanks, capture ammo caches, and regroup at the entrance to the base, not bunker, base. Now introducing you to Strike Fork. The boys and a dude named Noriega are... In a fit of adrenaline-filled rage, Menendez takes, and Hudson Pim. Smiling friends! Mason and Woods wake up and nope, not Noriega. You're going through the footage of the previous mission. Oh yeah, they figured out that Menendez was in, this isn't Nicaragua, this is Panama. The Americans attacked during the speech and, shit, I hate saying Menendez. Why do I have to say it so much in this video? Oh my god, I still have another page. How long have I been recording? Fucking 40 minutes. If I hadn't, Fareed wouldn't have, Fareed